Hey, this your boy Frank Gore. I'm listening to 49er Rush Niners all day. Let's bring six home.
Let's go to the WWE man himself, George Kittle. He was asked yesterday, this is yesterday's clip, what is he most excited about having Trey Lance step in as the starting quarterback?
I mean, I'm looking forward to a lot of plays that are off schedule. I mean, I think that's just it's something I'm really looking forward to. I mean, you see a lot of I don't know if it's mobile quarterbacks, but guys that just are able to get outside the pocket and make those plays last instead of a 5-second play, it lasts for 10 seconds. It's hard to cover someone for 10 seconds, and I feel like I can get open from someone in 10 seconds. So I think Trey's gonna be able to do that a lot, and it's just getting used to that type of style of football. I see it. You see it in highlights every single week on Sports Center top 10 for other quarterbacks around the league, and I think Trey's gonna be able to do a lot of that stuff.
It's just an extra added element. What makes Trey a good quarterback is not that he can scramble. That's not what it is at all. It's just an extra. It's just an extra thing. And so I think that's one of the things that, again, you look at like Travis Kelce, who's incredible, amazing receiving option. He's incredible. The reason why he's, elevated his career so much is when Patrick Mahomes came in, because you get all those off schedule plays and you've got this huge freaking target that is Travis Kelce just posting up ready to go. Now you get that with George Kittle, who he hasn't had that with Jimmy, right? The ball's out and, under 3 seconds or it's a sack. That's it. I mean, he couldn't even throw the ball. He never threw the ball away, which bothered me a lot. 40 Yards Faithful Forever says Kittle's about to go off. If the target share is there, the issue fantasy-wise, or, like people want to say like, oh, didn't even have 1,000-yard season, which is almost impossible to do for most tight ends. If 3 or 4 guys can do that a year, you got to get the target share. The 49ers, the fact they're a run-heavy offense, run the ball, I think, 3rd most in the NFL last year. Could be 5th most. I'm off on that. But regardless, they run the ball a lot. Then you look at the receiving options. Like, it's insane. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Juszczyk. You have the best receiving fullback in the NFL too. Like, you've got so many options there. You bring in Danny Gray, the rookie. Now you got the speedster down the sideline. You got Ray McLeod. Like, that ball's got to be spread out. So, yeah, I think Kittle's going to have an incredible year. But I care way more about efficiency than somebody talking about, like, okay, Brandon Cooks, who I like. I think he's a very good player for the Texans. That dude's going over 1,000 yards guaranteed. But who is he competing with in target share? There is nobody else to throw the ball to. Nobody else. Whereas the 49ers have 5+ options. So some of the players' stats might go down a little bit. I mean, Debo had over 1,700 total yards last year. I don't think that's I don't think that's possible to redo. I hope it is. To put that into perspective, Terrell Owens never did that once in his entire career. Debo did that last year, right? So, like, what happened last year was insane. And it's not like if Debo goes out and gets 1,400 total yards, it's a failure. Hell no. That's incredible by any metric or standard for any player at any time in the history of the NFL. But just understand, like, some of those stats are going to come down. I think Kittle's stats could go up from where they were last year. If we look at where he was, they had so many problems with the offensive line that he had to stay in a block. He finished with 910 yards receiving. Like, that's bad. Like, it's not bad at all. That's incredible. Had 6 touchdowns, which was tied for the league or the team lead. Debo had 6 receiving touchdowns. So did Kittle. Kittle had a great year last year. The problem was he had some games where he was just out of this world, and then some games where he'd have 1 or 2 catches. But in today's Madden culture, if you don't have 6 catches and 100 yards and a touchdown, people see it as a loss. That's not the reality. That's not. If you watch enough football from other teams and other time periods, you realize, no, that's okay. A 3-catch, 50-yard game is okay for a tight end. In fact, it's actually pretty damn good. It's not a bad thing at all. So again, just kind of tapering those expectations sometimes I think is important. And I think that'll help a lot of people out just with kind of the way they see.